Rain poured over the glistening streets of Los Angeles as Elon Musk strolled quietly, lost in his thoughts. The world knew him as a genius, a trailblazer in technology and innovation. Yet beneath that larger-than-life persona lay a man burdened by the weight of his ambitions. Tesla's future, SpaceX's Mars missions, Neuralink's breakthroughs. His mind was a constant battlefield of challenges. Today, he had decided to take a break, stepping away from his empire for a moment of quiet reflection. But what began as an ordinary walk was about to turn into a life-changing encounter. As he turned a corner, his eyes fell on a small figure sitting on the edge of the street. A young girl, her thin coat drenched by the relentless rain, sat motionless on a piece of cardboard. In front of her lay an old coffee cup with a few scattered coins. Something about the desolation in her gaze drew Musk toward her like a magnet. He hesitated for a moment. Throughout his life, Musk had faced countless problems and challenges, yet the vulnerability of a child alone in the rain struck a chord deep within him. Slowly, he approached her. "Hello," he said softly. The girl, startled, looked up. Her wet eyelashes-framed eyes filled with both fear and a glimmer of hope. "Hi," she whispered, her voice barely audible. Musk crouched down to meet her gaze. "Why are you sitting here? Where's your family?" he asked gently. The girl's expression darkened. My dad is sick," she said, "and we lost our business. My mom works hard, but it's not enough." Musk's brows knitted together. "We lost our business?" The words piqued his curiosity. "What kind of business did your dad have?" he asked. After a brief pause, the girl replied, "He was an entrepreneur. He started his own business. But things went bad, and we lost everything." The response sparked something within Musk that he remembered the risks he had taken in his own journey, moments when failure seemed imminent. Yet luck and timely support had seen him through. Perhaps this girl's father had faced similar challenges but lacked the safety net he had once relied on. "What's your name?" Musk asked, offering her a kind smile. "Lila," she said softly. "Lila," Musk repeated, the name rolling off his tongue like a promise. "You can't stay out here tonight. Let's get you and your family somewhere safe." He pulled out his phone, contacting a team to arrange shelter and support. For now, Lila would stay at a nearby hotel, and he would meet her family the next day to learn more about their story. The following morning, Musk sat in a modest hotel lobby with Lila's parents. Her mother, though weary, carried herself with quiet dignity. Her father appeared frail and defeated, his posture reflecting the weight of his struggles. They seemed unsure why this iconic figure had taken an interest in their plight. "Elon Musk," he introduced himself simply. The family exchanged stunned glances before Lila's mother, her eyes brimming with tears, asked, "Why are you helping us?" Musk's lips curled into a gentle smile. "Because your story feels familiar," he said. "Lila told me her father was an entrepreneur. I've been there, starting a business, pouring everything into it, and facing setbacks. Sometimes, even the best ideas fail without the right support." Lila's father nodded quietly, his voice heavy with regret. "That's true," he said after a moment. "I started a tech business, an online platform connecting small farmers with urban buyers. It worked for a while, but then competition grew, costs soared, and investors pulled out. The debts piled up, and eventually I ended up in the hospital. By the time I recovered, we had lost everything. Now, I can't even support my family." He finished, his voice breaking slightly as he glanced at his wife, and Lila Musk sat in silence for a moment, absorbing the weight of the man's story. It wasn't just the words that struck him, but the vulnerability behind them. The exhaustion of someone who had fought hard but been knocked down by circumstances beyond his control. Musk's own memories flooded back, the countless nights he had spent on the edge of failure, the deals that nearly fell apart, and the moments when a single lifeline had made all the difference. He leaned forward, his tone firm yet compassionate. "I understand how you feel," Musk began, his voice steady. "There were times in my career when I was so close to losing it all. I slept on friends' couches, poured every cent into my businesses, and prayed for a breakthrough. The only difference was I got lucky. I found the right opportunities and the right people at the right time. Musk's gaze softened as he looked at the family before him. You deserve that chance too. So here's what we'll do. Tell me everything about your business idea, the platform, the challenges, the potential. If I believe in it, I'll consider investing. But let's start with something more immediate. Lila and your family need stability, and that can't wait. The room fell silent, the air thick with emotion. Lila's mother broke down into tears, her hands covering her face as years of bottled-up frustration and worry spilled out. Thank you, she managed to say between sobs. We felt so alone in this. This chance means everything to us. We won't waste it, I promise. Musk smiled gently, nodding. You don't have to thank me. I've always believed that when you see people who deserve an opportunity, it's your responsibility to help. The weeks that followed were a whirlwind for the family. Musk's team worked closely with Lila's father, analyzing the business idea, identifying its flaws, and finding ways to make it viable. They brought in advisors, connected him with suppliers, and streamlined the platform's logistics. For the first time in years, hope replaced despair in the family's eyes. Months later, the platform was reborn, this time with Musk's mentorship and financial support. It quickly gained traction, drawing in farmers and urban buyers alike. The family's debts were cleared, and the business began turning a profit, but the transformation wasn't just financial. Lila's father regained his confidence, and the joy of working on something meaningful reignited his spirit. One evening, Musk received a letter from Lila. The envelope was plain, but the words inside were anything but. Dear Mr. Musk, she wrote, thank you for helping us when no one else would. My dad smiles again, and my mom isn't as tired anymore. We have a home, and we have hope. You changed our lives. Musk placed the letter on his desk, next to his awards and blueprints, but it felt more significant than any accolade. It wasn't just about supporting a business. It was about transforming lives. He realized then that sometimes changing the world didn't require grand gestures or monumental achievements. Sometimes it began with a small, profound act of kindness, like extending a hand to a little girl on a rainy night. And for Musk, that single act became a catalyst. Inspired by Lila's family's resilience, he launched a new initiative to support struggling entrepreneurs, giving others the lifelines they needed to turn their ideas into reality. The world knew him as a visionary, a trailblazer in technology, but for one family, and for many more to come, he was simply the man who cared enough to stop and listen. Enjoyed the story? Don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend. Hit that like button and subscribe for more heartwarming tales. Let's spread the inspiration together.